Hi and welcome to a meal prep video. So I am happy to share this recipe. I actually got it from my husband. I just gave him chicken breast and I told him, here, make it delicious and juicy and you do your magic. And he did, and I loved it. So here is my attempt in doing that as well. So all you need is garlic, thyme, lemon juice, and a little bit of chicken flavor, I think. Oh, the Goya. He told me Goya. I think I put a lot this time. I've done it before and I've used less. So it really just gives it color. I mean, it does give it some flavor, but I think I went a little extra. But it's okay. So keep in mind, I'm not giving you measurements because I wasn't given measurements. I'm winging this. So, he just, because he just sprinkles. When you got it, you just start sprinkling. So yeah, so that's why I don't have measurements. I would eyeball it. I mean, I'm sorry. But I promise it turns out really good. I think it was 2 chicken breasts. I had pre-frozen them, like I pre-separated them and had them frozen in the freezer. And I will tell you something. Okay, so we're adding the olive oil. I am a WW rebel, is what they say, because I don't count my oil. Yeah, so I counted this chicken as 0. So we're gonna put it in the bag, let it sit there for a couple of hours. I suggest doing this and leaving it overnight because when I did that, it definitely has more flavor. So I suggest to do it the night before. So this chicken comes out very juicy. It is not dry at all and very flavorful. So I really really hope you try this recipe. I'm sorry I didn't have any measurements, but just make sure that your chicken is fully coated. All right, for those of you who cannot find this blackened frozen chicken that everybody raves about and everybody says is so delicious and they stock up and all that, this recipe is for you. Now, keep in mind, I have never found those. I have never tasted it, and I have no idea if this is what they're supposed to taste like, but these turned out very good. So here I'm cutting up the chicken, and I know it seems like a lot of ingredients, and it took me a little bit to collect all these ingredients because honestly I think I only didn't have the cayenne pepper, and so until I got it is when I finally tried it. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 3/4 of teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/2 teaspoon of ground thyme, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon ground cayenne pepper. I, in the end, ended up using 2 pounds of chicken. The original recipe says 1.5 pounds of chicken breasts and 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. So I will definitely leave the link to the original recipe at the end of this video because, like I said, it may seem like a lot of ingredients, but I mean, once I, mixed it, it was fine. So pretty much you just combine all these oh my goodness, condiments. Oh, I heard my mind went blank for a second. So you just pretty much combine and add to your chicken. Like I said, I did start with 1.5 pounds, but I had bought these ginormous chicken breasts. And so when I separated it, I did like 2 breasts at a time, but they were ginormous. So these were like a pound each breast. So at the end, I did add my other half of the chicken. So I used 2 pounds instead of 1.5. I'm always concerned with my chicken not cooking all the way. So that's why I always, like, with the spoon or whatever I have, I cut it in half just to make sure that it's fully cooked. I always have, it's a thing I do. And so that's the first batch, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw in the second batch, and this time maybe not so organized. I was very particular. I just wanted it to come out really good, and it does. So I mean, you don't really have to do it like I did at the first half, but the second half I'm like, oh, forget this, I'm just throwing it all in there. It should cook fine. So, and that's pretty much it. So you just let it cook, and there you have it, your blackened chicken. And like I said, I've never had the ones everybody raves about, but this was good. So I totally recommend it. And then here I'm just making shredded chicken for any other recipes that I may do during the week. And that is it. So I usually just put a little bit of garlic salt, onion salt, and let it boil. And that is what I did for this week. And I hope this gave you some ideas and you try these chicken recipes, because I know sometimes you get tired of like eating the same thing. So I gave these 2 recipes a try and I enjoyed them. So I hope you try them as well. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.